Oh wait, guys, hold up. Okay. Yeah, it was just the light. Okay, I can see how long the videos are now. Sorry. Maybe just hold up. Yeah, let me move my phone here. Don't want to scare a little slight kitty. But if I turn this way, I'll be able to see how long the time of the video is. Okay, guys, sorry, YouTubers. Man, I was like looking, I was like, I can't see. It's got a red light just flashing. I can't see what the time is on these videos, so I know when to stop them. I like to keep them about 6 to 8 minutes or whatever stuff because they load faster, and I don't think they can go over 10 minutes if I don't warrant a live post because not enough quote people are watching these. They have to follow government guidelines of what is considered their money making things to justify their existence as a business. And my job is to stop the government from putting YouTube into business so the people from YouTube can go home and love their families, and we can watch Charlie Chan and no copyright problems. We can watch Mr. Moto, no copyright problems. We can listen to It's a Shame I Had to Call You on the Phone, but you know the way I get when I'm alone. It's just a habit, and I don't know what to do. And people won't have to fight over money over it. Jimmy Rogers doesn't have to get hit in the face with a brick over copyrights. It's over. The time we're not a moving thing, So we can just listen to the really good songs that came before and pass them on and say, "Isn't this cool?" And we don't need oversaturation. We need less saturation. If there's any cell phone towers that are seen like a public utility, okay, we need to reduce the number of public utilities in that way. We could turn them into landlines instead of Wi-Fi. You could bring in the information through the old wire lines that we have that don't cause as intense of a health problem. Okay, we can make sure that the lines are posted and tell the kids, hey, don't play near there and stay away from them. You have too much time near there, it can cause intense things that can cause cancer tumors in little babies in St. Jude commercials, and then cause birth defects in little cuties that have, God, that one kid that got in Northwestern at 18 operations by the time he got into college at Northwestern, which means he had one operation a year just to get through life, to get to college. And getting to college is learning how to make money to cause birth defects, to have kids have one operation a year just to get to college. And that's friggin' hideous, right? It's ridiculous, it's horrible, it's disgusting, it's vile, it's ugh. And I was watching some of the stuff tonight. They have the baseball stadium sold out in Phoenix so people can yell and scream and watch the games on big screens and cause hearing problems for their kids because they feel they have to go to a big crowd to be part of the experience. And the basketball team and the baseball team are making tons of money off of doing this. That's hideous. Yeah, I know. When in Rome we do as the Romans do and play as the Romans play and ask them to crucify Christ again every day. And that's what they do. And it's absolutely hideous. And I'm not going to rest, and I'm not going to be happy, and I'm not going to be comfortable till we're living the peace of Muhammad, the peace of Jesus, the peace of Abraham, the peace of Hud, the peace of Suzuki, the peace of Tao, the peace of Confucius, truthful ways, real natural laws. Tao and Confucius tried their best to observe, to understand natural laws, observe and then get people to apply them and do it with decency and caring and kindness and compassion for all. Okay, they're very similar. I love Tao, I love Confucius, I love Suzuki. Okay, Suzuki's Japanese. My aunt was Okinawan and hated the Japanese, but it's like, no, there's a bunch of mean Japanese that do jerky things. That doesn't mean Suzuki was one of them, okay? The Chinese could be aggressive, obnoxious, oppressive, and abusive, okay? And then built a wall between aggressive and abusive Mongolians, But that doesn't mean all Mongolians are aggressive and abusive, and that doesn't mean all Chinese are arrogant, pretentious, and full of themselves, because Tao and Confucius are not, right? So just because you have large groups of assholes doesn't mean somebody from those large groups of assholes, okay, are like those large groups of assholes. My name is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., okay? The royal family. They killed Princess Di for trying to help save people from groups of large, aggressive, distracted, moronic, Wimbledon, Philip Wembley, dumbass assholes, right? Dressed in archaic uniforms that we used to use to celebrate mass murder, rape, and mass genocide, and mass murder, suicide. And so just because my name is Parsons, Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., which you can hear the NASCAR is revving up in the background, doesn't mean I sit there and go, I support NASCAR and our right to freedom. No, believe we should shut down NASCAR and stop pumping tire particles and carbon emissions in the air in large, intense quantities that can cause neurological developmental disabilities in the people driving the cars and watching the car race, and also in the babies and women that could be pregnant and drinking beer in the crowd. So then we have Shriners Hospitals and St. Jude. And that's horrible. Okay, I want to stop the toxic environments that's giving my little cuties kissing on the St. Jude's commercials cancer, holding hands in their car seats. They're so damn cute. And they're asking for money. It's like, well, let's help stop the conditions for birth defects and cancer. Well, then if we don't kill off enough of the surplus population, Ebenezer Scrooge, how are you going to make money selling people real estate and saving lumps of coal? I get it, and you put less lumps of coal on there, it causes less disease and black lung that could kill you, so you can make more money off the poor freezing to death in the streets because you won't rent to them because you need their money and they don't have it, right? Either way, you're all insane. Okay, give people what they need. Do it intelligent. You build to last. You have a lot less black death and black lungs and the black plague. Okay, you have a lot less people burning things to stay warm. You have a lot less people going out to justify their existence in the cold and killing themselves with exposure when it's not necessary. When you do things right, you save up the food, you put them in a nice house, they live healthful lives, they're not cutting down the forest and digging up coal to keep themselves warm, living in boxes that you make them pay make-believe money to spend their torture time on Earth, and you bloody fucking idiots. Okay, I love you. Let's load this one up. Okay, thanks YouTube. This makes me feel better. I'm really feeling depressed about the people at Facebook, but I can't, because if technology is having to hunt down and exterminate techs at their work and their computer centers, that's just the way it's got to be, because I really miss my kids and I want the children to live free from egotistical debt, trespass, and mass murder, and we can't afford to jumpstart the economies again and go back to business as usual when it was clinically insane and destructive to our planet species. Okay?